video, we're going to be talking about factoring trinomials that have a GCF. For our case in Algebra 1, if there's ever a number in front of that first term with the highest degree, then you know you have a GCF. This will not be the case for Algebra 2, because there are instances where you will have to find a factor when a is greater than 1. But for Algebra 1, we're only focusing where a equals 1, where there's no number out in front of here. So a nice way to tell, do I need to factor out a greatest common factor? Is there a number in front, or do they all share a variable? For this case, there is a number in front, and we notice if we look at all three terms, I can divide 4 out of 4, 12 by 4, and 8 by 4. So our greatest common factor for this first one is going to be 4. We're going to divide it out. And then we're going to do exactly what we did yesterday. You need to find out what multiplies to give you 2, but adds to give us 3. If we find that multiplication, we're going to find out that it is going to be k plus 1 and k plus 2, because 1 times 2 multiplies to give us 2, but when I add 1 and 2, that does give us 3k. Remember when you're writing down your final solution that you're including that greatest common factor. So for my answer, it is going to be 4 times the quantity k plus 1 times the quantity k plus 2. We're going to look at number 28. Okay, we notice there's a lot of different things here. So we got to find that GCF. We see there's a 5 in front of here. So let's see if we could pull it all the way out. I could take 5 out of 15. I could also take 5 out of 140. So we're going to divide those out, and we're going to have a 5 here. But there's a lot more going on. Okay, look at all three terms. Notice that the greatest common factor here is not just 5. Okay, notice that this has a y, this has a y, and so does that. If all three terms have a y, that means it's a part of our greatest common factor. We can pull it out. So now we're going to pull out our greatest common factor. And we're going to get x squared minus 3x minus 28. Okay, now we're down to a trinomial with a power of 1 for a here, and that's what we want. Now our goal is to find what multiplies to give me negative 28, but adds to give me negative 3. Okay, so we have 1 times negative 28, 2 times negative 14, 3 doesn't go into it, 4 times negative 7. We have 4, 5, no, 6, no. And that's all we have right here. We have to see which ones would add up to negative 3. This one will not work. That one will not work, but 4 plus negative 7 does give us negative 3. So we're going to bring down our greatest common factor, put that in front because we cannot forget it. Then break it up. We're going to have x plus 4 and x minus 7. And that's how we are going to factor trinomials with greatest common factors.